But if I give it to someone else and they don't get at least a, let's just say, knock on wood, a 70+% result of what I can, then it means there was something wrong with my instructions. And the takeaway for me is that I have to have a second pair of eyes on instructions for me to know that they're done well. So I'm very excited about that.
Okay, yeah, I'm taking note of that. But what about I'm taking note also of the March goal to reach 1K views a day.
Mm-hmm.
But what about this week? What would you like to set as a weekly goal? Because aside from this meeting on Wednesday, which is going to be definitely important, is there anything else coming up?
Yeah, great question. So what I would like to, by the end of this week, I want to have a visual workflow map that maps out each step in the workflow process to basically go from idea to actual thing produced. Example, produce and distribute. Example, video produced and distributed. Blog post produced and when I say distributed, I also mean published. And then what I want to do is, so I have that map, and I want to have the first step that happens, the very first step that happens after the record button is pushed on or off. I want it automated. Now, it might sound like a small thing, but actually the very first button that happens after that is automatic naming of files. When you have hundreds of files and then eventually balloon to thousands, when you don't name them properly, you spend half your time looking for the files, right? And I'm even now, I'm like, oh my God, I was just looking for something, and it's taking, every time you need something, it takes like 10 minutes to find it. That saps a lot of energy and it saps a lot of time. So the goal for the week is to visually map out my natural language workflow process and to automate the very first step that happens after that. And honestly, that might take 1 or 2 weeks, because when files are named, you files that are named on your hard drive automatically, you need a special program where you basically give it the file structure name, example, keyword plus date. And so I have to look around for a tool for that. But the benefit of that would be something that happens like thousands of times a year, which is naming of a file. Something that's so crucial to removing the friction from automation will be automated. So I would say for this week, the main 3 things I want to do are visually map out the workflow, have the first test call where I give somebody interviews me and takes the interview and tries to create the instructions that I speak to them about, and then to try to get the first step after the record button is hit automated. And my understanding is that might actually take 2 weeks, but I'll start off by giving it 1 week. That feels like those 3 things feels like a massive win.
Okay. And do you have any resistance coming from any of those? And also attached to this question, I would like to ask: is there any use for the Goblin tools?
Actually, there you go again. You must have it's not even 12 o'clock your time, and you had your super coffee. You know what? I didn't even think about asking Goblin tools, but I will. And to answer your question, actually, there's no resistance. Funnily enough, just in terms of my emotional state, I actually feel excitement, like super excitement. It feels really exciting because it feels like, when you have a bike and there's a slow leak, and like you can ride on a bike when it's a slow leak, but like every other day you gotta fill the tire. And this looks like getting rid of the slow leak. Another example is a small hole in a water hose. Like when you patch it up, then you don't have to apply so much pressure. So I actually feel excitement because I'm feeling the release of like friction, and I'm just realizing that like there's nothing I'm going to do that doesn't. The first trigger of anything I could ever do in business or creative is like the natural language, right? As a trigger, getting the idea out of my head. And to be honest with you, like I'm actually feeling really excited because natural language is a big part of AI. I'm actually feeling really excited about this breakthrough that I'm having because I don't really think people are getting it. That the trick is to just kind of remove everything that happens after like the natural language. Natural language isn't just for typing something in GPT. And I'll go so far as to say one reason why Chat GPT said that like my interaction with it is like a 9.5 out of 10 on the sophistication scale is that I actually use a lot of dictation with Chat GPT as opposed to typing. So I've just gotten so much more out of it. So I feel really excited about, I'm calling it friction-free workflows. And I just am really excited about dialing in what happens. I'll leave you with a success story. I just push record. I was doing on Friday. I was doing my focus mate session, and I just decided to push record on my phone. I was respectful of my partner's privacy. I just put the camera on me, and I push mute, and I started talking out in a video what I was going to do to try to hire out this job through the interview process. And then I saved that video, used a little AI to create the captions, and I uploaded it on Saturday, mind you. And this morning, I got contacted and somebody's like, I'm really interested in it. And they booked an interview. So like something that would normally take so much friction just happened so easily using the natural language process. So I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, that's great. That's great, Phil. I'm super happy that this is a workflow that motivates you, and this a goal to take off all the friction and to only focus on the part that really flow better for you is motivating for you. So I have your commitments, I have your goals. Then I'll let you go for today, and we'll chat tomorrow.
Thank you so much. Have a great day, and thanks for reminding me about Goblin Tools as well.
No problem, Shona. Bye-bye. Take care. Have a great start to your week.
You too. Bye-bye. So that was the end of my first Monday morning strategy session call, my situation room call, as I call it. And I'm really excited because, this thing, like, in order to delegate, in order to work with somebody, in order to start getting people or machines outside of you to start doing work,